Today marks 80 years since the D-Day invasion, the military operation for the Allied forces that was a turning point in the liberation of France. A critical invasion that took a devastating toll on the front lines. A delegation of Canadian D-Day veterans traveled to France, to that same beach, to commemorate loss and victory. CTV's Joy Malbon has more.
On a day to celebrate the last living witnesses to a battle that arguably changed the world, there was symbolism and skydivers, but only a handful of Canadian veterans who were actually there. Boots on the ground, storming the beaches of Normandy, on the sea and in the air. Their average age now, 100. Greeted by royalty.
Standing here today, in peaceful silence, it is almost impossible to grasp the courage it would have taken to run into the fury of battle that very day.
Canadians pushing, persisting, determined in a campaign to free France, but it came at a terrible cost. 359 Canadians killed on D-Day alone. Thousands more in the battles to come found their resting place here.
There are no words to describe the immensity of the debt we owe you.
The Prime Minister greeting Canada's most decorated veteran, General Richard Romer. 13 veterans in military uniform have made the trip. Captain Bill Wilson was part of the Allied landings in Normandy. He remembers.
It was a bloody shame, all those kids getting killed, I'll tell you. Sitting out there on the water, seeing all those landing craft going into land on the beach, knowing damn well that the Germans were waiting for them by that time.
What an honor to see you here.
This likely their last chance to return to the beaches, to remember those kids and the soldiers that were lost. A last opportunity, perhaps, to celebrate the few survivors left as their memory becomes history, passing that torch of remembrance to a future generation. Joy Malbon, CTV News, Juno Beach.
And it was an emotional day for a 99-year-old Abbotsford man and his family. He was just a teenager when he landed on Juno Beach to help liberate France. Today, he was given a rare honor while his family learned more about the life-changing experience their father rarely talks about. Here's CTV's Isabella Zaffarisi.
There is no bigger honor from the government of France, and the man who now wears the Knight of the Legion of Honor on his chest landed on Juno Beach 80 years ago.
I learned a lot that night, including what my sergeant told me. If you live for the next 48 hours, you'll live for a long time.
Joseph Vogelsang is 99 years old. Originally from Saskatchewan, the Abbotsford veteran enlisted in the war when he was only 17.
I volunteered. What did I do? I had no idea what it would be like to be in the front line.
And for that sacrifice, he's now been recognized by the French for helping liberate their country from the Nazis in the Second World War.
Those who came to help us is also a strong reminder that freedom should not be taken for granted.
Well, I'm a little overwhelmed, to be quite honest with you.
An emotional day for his family, too, who rarely heard about what their father endured overseas.
Yeah, it's quite an honor. And we learned so much more today than probably we knew before. He didn't talk a lot about the war.
We just wondered a lot about what he went through. I remember Mom telling us that he would have night terrors. So that was difficult for her.
Mr. Vogelsang says today is an important reminder of the consequence of conflict.
Realizing what war really does. There's nobody wins in a war.
He says he shares this honor with everyone who battled by his side.
We live such a different life because of them. You know, because of the soldiers like my dad.
We're really proud of him, and it's just, we feel so good about it. And we feel like he finally got recognized.
Recognized for his sacrifice and freedom, lest we forget. Isabella Zaffarisi, CTV News, Vancouver.